Panasonic. It's the largest that we've ever offered. It has been a customer favorite since we've launched it, and for good reasons. Please go online, do comparison shopping. This would be $139 anywhere else. HSN, we try to bring to you the absolute best value we possibly can. So happy birthday, HSN. Birthday priced at $119.99. Free shipping and handling. And then, of course, the 5 flex payments, which you love, gets it home for $20. Lori Leland, my girlfriend, one of our fabulous electronic experts here at HSN.
Girl.
Isn't this color gorgeous on her?
You are so sweet.
I saw her in the hallway. I'm like, you have to wear that. Everything's beautiful.
Can I just tell you, seeing you feels like home. Feels like home, girl. I love it. We're home.
Yes,
I love it.
Exactly. Well, okay, Laura, we have sold thousands of these.
Tens of thousands.
Okay, people are thinking, wait a minute, I don't have a phone line.
Well, you don't need a phone line. So that is the point. And now some of us do still love to have our phone lines, right? So you're gonna be able to use this 3 ways. If you have a phone line at home, maybe you have that home security system that requires you to have a home phone line, like you had mentioned.
But I always have one just for emergency.
Right, right. A lot of us like to. I like to as well. Yeah. So does my mom. So we do have a home phone line. Use it with a home phone line, that's great. You also have link to cell technology. That's the second way to use this. So even if you do not have a landline, you're gonna be able to wirelessly Bluetooth connect up to 2 Bluetooth-enabled cell phones, okay? And then whenever your cell phones ring, your home phones will also ring with link to cell. And then the third way to use it is a hybrid of both. So with a landline, without a landline, and just with Bluetooth, or with both. That's how you can use these. And let me just take a giant step back, because right here, this is Panasonic, #1 top global leader when it comes to home phone technologies. They have all of the latest, freshest features, and we are talking about these being so unbelievably feature packed. I could talk about them for 2 hours.
We really could. When you first told me you can actually sync your cell phone,
right?
And you might be thinking, well, what does that mean? Well, how many times do we leave our cell phone? Like I was saying, I always leave it in the car, always forget it, and then you get that panic moment, like, oh my goodness, where's my phone?
Right.
And this is going to sync right up to every single one of these handsets, right?
It is, and maybe your phone is on the charger, or maybe. Do you leave yours in the bottom of your handbag and you're like just frantically going through your purse trying to find your phone? Yes. Like that is me. Back in the day, not too long ago, I had a message on my cell phone that said, hey, it's Lori, I'm sorry I missed you. I'm trying to find my cell phone. I think it's buried in the bottom of my purse. I literally had a message that said that. So let me show you right here. First of all, you're getting a set of 5, and then I'm gonna show you those phone calls coming in from your cell phones. But look at this, 1,
I gotta move my portable fan. I'm getting a little chilly.
Closer.
Hang on.
Come here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you have 5 of these handsets, which simply means no matter where you are in your household, you're going to be able to reach for and grab a home phone. It means you're not running for calls. It means you're never missing that phone call ever again. The other thing that you're getting with this system, I thought this was so cool that Panasonic thought of everything. And by the way, we've had customers buy Panasonic maybe 15 years ago and use them ever since.
Oh,
and then
they
all
don't
of a sudden,
wear out.
No, they don't. Well, the batteries start to,
yes.
a little bit. And then they decide, you know what, I'm going to buy another set of Panasonic 10, 15 years later because I want the new fresh batteries, but I also want all of the features. Let me show you this right here. On your base station, check this out. If you lose this handset somewhere in your house, maybe in your couch cushions, this has a super loud speakerphone on it, Lynn, and you've got a full keypad right here. So you can use this as a virtual 6th handset, which is truly incredible. So basically the largest system we have ever used or ever offered here in our history at HSN. That's exactly what you're getting with this. The other thing is that link to cell technology. So I know we touched on this, but what it means to you is you do a one-time pairing process with Bluetooth. So you go into the menu, you do it right on the handset. It's the easiest thing in the whole world. You can see when your cell phones are connected. Cell phone 1, cell phone 2, those are glowing green so that you can see they are connected. They auto-connect every time you're in range. So you only do the one-time pairing, and then when you walk in your house from your car, or when you're, having your phone on the charger in another room, as long as you are within proximity to these phones, it's going to automatically connect for you.
That's fantastic. So every time I come home, I don't have to redo that.
You don't have to do it again and again every single time. So that's absolutely huge. So I want to show you what's happening here. I'm actually getting a phone call on my cell phone. Look what's happening. All of the home handsets are all ringing. So you know what that means? Even if this is on a charger, even if it is buried in the bottom of my purse, I can grab this handset or that handset. I can tap hello, and now I am talking from my home handset through my cell phone. So this is like an extension of your cell phones throughout your entire household. And that's why we say you can use this feature even if you don't have a landline, just as an extension of your cell phone throughout your house.
How smart is that?
So brilliant.
You know, even to the point we were talking a lot of times when you are on your cell phone, if you get in a hot spot, that's never going to happen with these because of the technology, right? Because it's so clear. So the other handsets, just if you are tuning in, because it might be confusing, like, what do I need a phone line? All you do is plug these into the wall.
Power. You plug them into power. Right.
That's it. Okay, let's talk about that robocall, and I think that is such a brilliant feature that I also feature.
Yeah, this is a big one. So if you have loved ones in your life and maybe you're concerned about them being vulnerable, you know, with my mom, she's a little bit older, but I'm always concerned about someone taking advantage of her. I swear, I think seniors sometimes get on some call list. Don't you think?
It's
like
so
it happens.
True. It makes me furious.
Me too. But my mom is a savvy lady, but she got a call the other day and it sounded very legit, right?
Well, they do now with all this AI.
They do,
you
because
can't tell.
It's their day job to be bad guys, right? So they said to her, hi, yeah, we're your doctor's office. And she was like, well, what? They didn't sound very sure about that. And then they said, we have a few numbers of your social. We just need you to give us the rest of it over the phone. And she went, yeah, they weren't very convincing about who they were, and they should know that information already. It should be in my records. So she simply tapped the call blocking button right here. You have a dedicated call blocking button on every single handset, Lynn. So look at this. You block that call, you can block a single number. What happens is it hangs up on that person, and they can never get through to you ever again. If you want to block an entire range of numbers, maybe you moved away from an area code and you just keep getting spam calls from that area code on your home phone, it could drive you insane. You're going to be able to block all of those numbers as well. What about unknown caller IDs? Oh my gosh, so many people block their number because they are trying to scam you or it's a spam call. With this, you can even block them if they are a blocked number. So that's how intuitive this call blocking is. 250 names and numbers right here with a touch of a button. They can never, ever get through to you ever again. There are 3 different times you can block. So if the phone call is coming in and you're like, I don't recognize that number, block it. If they happen to get you on the phone and they start asking questions like that call my mom got the other day, she's like, oh my gosh, I don't know what to do. She just took the phone away from her ear, tapped block, and didn't have to deal with that person ever again. Or after the fact, maybe you hang up the call and you're like, ooh, that made me feel a little uneasy. I think that was something that was a little sketchy. You can block it before, during, or after the call. So it really does protect you and your loved ones from being taken advantage of.
Exactly. And I remember too, you were talking about how this can be like a conference, right? You can use this.
You can, absolutely.
If the kids are downstairs.
Yes,
right?
There's an intercom built right in. You can intercom to all of the handsets. I love that you have your 3,000 name and number phone book here, because how many times have you done this? You've grabbed your cell phone, right? Because you don't have a good signal in your house. You only have one spot in your house where you have like a decent signal. And for me, it's in my living room with my face like pressed up against the window. And that's where I have a good signal. The rest of my house is kind of a dead spot. You have to take your phone and take it and dial in the number you want to call into your more comfortable home handset, the one that doesn't cook your face. With this system, you can transfer your phone numbers from your cell phone right onto your home phone.
So
and like
smart.
you said, you've got intercom. Let me just show you some of the menus here because it's so intuitive. So there's that 3,000 name and number phone book we talked about. You have all backlit keys. So look at how glowing and beautiful and easy this is going to be to use, Lynn. Look at the big, bright, easy to see screen.
Can I ask a quick question?
Yeah,
now, when we sync it up with our cell phone,
Yes.
will that bring all them into the contacts as
You
well?
can pick and choose numbers, so you're not bringing in your whole phone book if you don't want to.
Okay, gotcha.
So that's kind of a separate process,
Okay.
just because they intuitively more want you to be able to pick and choose which numbers are coming into
Makes
your
sense.
phone
Okay.
instead of putting them all in there if you don't want them all.
Perfect.
You've got a baby monitor. So this is a sound monitor feature, Lynn.
What do you pay for a baby monitor today?
They're hundreds,
Yeah,
right? And if you're
exactly.
grandma and grandpa watching your grandkids, you don't want to buy a $200 monitor or the kids have to pack up their monitor from their house if you're watching the baby. So take a look at this. This is going to listen into sound in any room of your house. Now it says place it down. So I'm going to put this down in the charging cradle in the room where I want to listen in. You can select any of the handsets. It's going to ring whichever one you select. And then that way when this picks up on noise, you're going to be able to, pick this one up, and now listen into that room for as long as you want to listen in. The other thing that is really cool about this,
smart.
you can set it to call you on your cell phone. So if you want to listen into maybe the front of your house where the workers are supposed to come while you're at work and see what time they actually come into the house, this is sort of a home security feature too. So you could be listening into your household from the office on your cell phone all day. You could hear that sound as it's detected through your home phones.
No way.
Isn't that cool?
I mean, honestly, they
just
thought
gets
of
better
everything.
and better. I know. There's so many cool features.
It does. If you're just tuning in, this is the largest configuration we have ever done from Panasonic.
Ever.
With the most features built in that we've ever done. Obviously, we're not even halfway through some of the other things
I know,
that
there's so much more.
But what I want to stress here is it's our 48th birthday. It's hard to believe. We celebrate our birthday every single July, all month long. So we took selected specials and really made them even that much more extra special with the value. So this in retail, you'll find it at $140.
At least,
Okay?
Yeah.
And not the option to break up your payments over 5 months.
True.
They're not going to ship it to your house for free.
Right.
And you have, of course, always your 30-day money-back guarantee with every single purchase that you make with us here at HSN.
Such a good deal.
Yeah. I mean, years ago, we have sold, tens of thousands of cordless phones.
Hundreds of thousands.
But you had to have a landline. I mean, you had to have a telephone hookup,
You
right?
did. There was a system I sold probably about 5 years ago. Oh, listen to this real quick, you guys.
Message from hubby Kenny.
Oh, I just got a text message from hubby Kenny. So where's my phone? Again, bottom of my purse, on a charger, in my car. Where did I leave it?
Yes.
As long as you still have range on this, this is a Bluetooth wireless connection. This let me know that I just got a text message that came in. Because how many times have you done this? You've gone to your home phones, right? Or I'm sorry, you got to your cell phone and you look at it and you've missed 4 messages and 35 text messages.
You're like, how?
And
What?
people are blowing up your phone because they need to get a hold of you and you don't even know about it. With this system, it's going to not only ring every single home phone when your cell phone rings, and you can answer any one of these to answer that cell phone call, or it can also tell you about your text messages. So anytime you have a text, it says you have a text from and tells you who is texting you. So you can find your phone and then read that text message. So this is incredible. You have unbelievable battery life on these. You're going to get 12 hours of nonstop talk time on these, and your standby time is 7 days. These are just charging cradles. So you're getting one of these for all of your handsets, and you're also getting that base station. This doesn't have to plug into a landline. This doesn't have to plug into anything but power. So Lynn, if you want a phone in your bathroom, your bedroom, your home office, your kitchen, your living room, you're going to be able to have those phones wherever you want. And then I know in the video we showed you this, but you can voice answer. So this is a really cool feature. You can set one of the handsets up. Maybe you have a loved one who's convalescing in your home, or maybe you have someone who has dexterity issues and can't hold on to the phone. I will never forget our friend Guy Yovan was saying towards the end of his dear mother's life that she couldn't hold the phone anymore. It was just too hard for her to hold on to. So with this, you can put the phone near your loved one and they simply say, answer phone. It takes the phone closest to them, puts it on speakerphone, so they don't even have to pick up the phone at all to be able to talk to someone. I mean, I just think that's such a great feature.
Absolutely. And how many times, and this is also it's a really scary story, but myself as well, but how many times we go, oh my goodness, my mobile phone needs to be charged.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
Stress.
Well, that happened to my mom, and she, happened to have an attack, and thank God,
Right.
she had a cordless phone.
Oh, thank heavens. Girl.
And that's,
oh
she was able to call the ambulance, honestly. So, you never know.
You have a dead cell phone and you have an emergency.
Absolutely. So you always have that contact when you need it. It's there. You have 5 individual devices and you just plug it in. That is the beauty, along with all those other things. And not to scare anybody with that story, but it is the
Something
truth.
to think about.
Yeah, 100%. So that is why we're so thrilled that we chose this as one of our birthday specials. I know we're very, very busy. I'm not even sure how many thousands since we've launched this configuration.
Over 10, I believe.
12,000.
Oh, wow.
Okay. Now, and seriously, I mean, and no surprise, right?
No.
We're in this final minute or so. Let's go ahead and show how genius this is.
Just want to show you one more time that link to cell technology. As soon as your connected cell phone rings, and you can connect up to 2 of them simultaneously, all of your home phones ring. That means I could answer this one, I could answer this one, I could answer this one, I could answer the base station with the speakerphone built in. I don't have to even know which room my cell phone is in. I don't have to even know if it's on the charger or the bottom of my purse, because now I have that cell phone connection to all of my home phones. It just makes it so much easier to use, and it's kind of the newest, most modern way to have home phones in your house.
100%, or a baby monitor to that point.
Baby monitor, a sound monitor,
yes.
digital answering machine, all of the things. It's amazing.
Thank you, my
Good to see you, beautiful.
Precious,
Love you,
precious.
Lenny.
Right back at you. Okay, so we are very busy. We'll be back with, household helpers. We have so many great ideas and wonderful sale braces. Stay with us.
Let's chat about getting some of the best deals on the things you love.